Today on Attack, an unstoppable force, or will the console finally lose its huge head start? Find out when we get in the loop. Plus, Blair Butler runs down some of the best graphic novels in stores right now. There are sick Western super cops and Batman playing detective in Fresh Ink. And we sit down with Carl Urban to talk about his role as a kick-ass Viking in the brand new epic Pathfinder. Now with more groin injuries, a live attack of the show starts right now.
Attack. What's going on here? Attack. Think about this. Attack. Attack as the show. Attack.
Ready for this? Concrete.
Hey!
We're solid.
Welcome to Attack the Show. We are TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Olivia Munn.
Yes, you are.
Hey.
I'm Kevin Pereira, folks.
Yes, you are.
It is Thursday, April 12th, and we are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. And today, my friends, get ready for the applause. David Letterman turned 60 years young. Huh?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Now, I do hope that Drew Barrymore has big plans for your birthday once
Right.
again, despite the bad heart. I think you are down for flashing.
Right? That's like the quintessential birthday gift.
Yeah, and that was
really.
a great birthday gift.
Speaking of which, it happens to be my birthday.
Really?
We don't actually
Happy
have a
birthday.
Thank you. We don't have a
I
desk.
don't think it's really your birthday.
But we do have an elevated surface, so if you want to, I can help you get a hike on up there, maybe show the stepkids and...
Shut up.
Okay.
It's time now to go to the home of instant gratification.
Do you want to... Around the net, sorry.
Are they good? Oh.
3?
It's cute, right?
It's weird,
It's
but
cute.
nice.
It winks at you a little
Yeah.
bit. Oh, hey. After all these years, South Park still remains as topical as ever. A big part of their success is all of the current events they cram into each episode, and last night, it was no different.
Yeah, see, the movie 300, it's really like a cultural phenomenon at this point, and now one of our favorite shows is skewering it. But the Spartans weren't featured in this South Park episode. No, it was another group of equally as buff and brutal folks. The lesbians.
We would allow whoever.
Choose your next words wisely, Persian.
I don't know why you're being so difficult. This is crazy.
This isn't crazy. This is Lesbos! How dare you!
I learned early on in life not to mess with the lesbians, actually.
Yeah? What
'Cause,
happened?
Well, you know they assassinated JFK.
What? No,
It's
you
true.
didn't.
Oswald was a scapegoat. Some woman had a 5 o'clock shadow. She was named Pat. She was embedded on the grassy knoll. True story.
Who
Read it on a
told
wiki.
you that?
Read it up.
On
It's
the
on there.
wiki?
Google it. Next up.
Your mother's name is also Maddie, by the way.
It is.
On the wiki. Just so
My
you know.
middle name at one point was Ronaldo, which is brilliant, and I should legally change it. All right, next up we have an idiot, and I'm talking about a punk kid idiot.
Yeah, now, okay, an aerosol can of snow frost spray is meant to give cheer and merriment around Christmas time. It brings families together, really. But put the same can in the hands of some punk kids, it's awesome, and it's a deadly weapon.
It's snowing! Jermichael, dude, go away. Get it out of your eyes. Are you okay?
I can't see!
I can't see! I can't see! Wow. Nice job, genius. Okay, next week when that kid is hanging out at the group home with all the other blind kids, he's going to have a hard time justifying how he lost his sight to the other Stevie Wonders in the room.
Ooh. Snow can? Yep, me too.
And finally, nerds often feel out of place, but there's a certain breed of geek that will do just about anything to fit in and have a good time like everybody else.
So we found a nerd at a music show, really, who wasn't helping his case with trying to fit in with the cool kids. I mean, even though we think this guy is awesome, don't get us wrong, something tells me he's not going home with a chick. Wow. Right? There was a Stone Cold elbow drop in there. There was some crane. You thought he was going for a crane kick, but it was actually a series of punches while he was on one leg.
That was hot. MySpace.com/Omen.
Right. His dedication is amazing. The pants hiked up, the glasses on, the mane of hair.
The fallout in the end.
The Chuck Norris skills in the jeans, by the way. And those weren't action pants. Those were regular Levi's. He's got it going on. This guy is our new hero, a true champion of what it means to be a proud nerd. Dancing Fool, Attack of the Show salutes you. That's enough nerddom for now.
Go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet and sign up for our podcast to get more daily videos.
You need a trumpet. I'm just saying a little. Right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Layla Kaylee, she's out sick today. She's dancing with that guy. So here's Zach Selwyn and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, we'll tell you why MySpace has declared war on PhotoBucket. Plus, you'll get all the details about the Wii's updated web browser. And despite some angry officials, it looks like Moonanites are coming back to Boston after all. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you guys.
I had no idea Zach was so informational.
Right? Just full of knowledge, that
He
guy.
really is, and I listen when he talks.
And Jack Daniels. All right, thank you, Zach. Now let's hear from you in the army of monitor heads. It's a little something we call our video viewer
mail. Here's Matt from Michigan.
Hey guys, it's your old friend Mattias from Central Michigan. I was just wondering how it feels to not have to worry about getting snow in the middle of April.
That's actually a really good question because right now it's like the freaking Wizard of Oz outside. It's so windy,
It's blowing
you
like
can't see
crazy
anything.
out there. I'm glad we
I don't know
finally got a
why.
weather question. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's about
it's
damn
nice.
time. But it doesn't matter what we feel. We want to know what you guys at home think with today's poll question. How does it feel to not have to worry about getting snow in the middle of April? Does it make you feel refreshed? Or does it make you depressed?
Hold on.
Just
Kevin,
text your vote to
Kevin,
G4.
stop. Kevin, We're not going to do a poll on the weather.
That's the formula.
You want to do a loop on the
Some-
weather? It's
someone
going to
has
go like this. You asked me, so send to me.
How does it feel? You can text your vote to...
It feels good. Come on. I
Great.
mean, I'm just saying there are more pressing issues right now.
Like what?
Like maybe the raging console wars. I don't know. You really want to do a loop
Let's
on
save,
the weather?
okay, we'll save weather for Friday. Right now, the gaming world is sort of
Loop
in
we can review and
a state
cover
of
the weather.
uncertainty. We'll go through the past 5 days, highs and lows, where we compare to the 10-year charts. I'm telling you.
You remember we did the weather on the Fox station in Vegas?
Oh, that was
awesome.
I wanted to burst through the green screen, but it was a wall.
We should
All
do
right,
it
let's
here.
get back to next-gen consoles, man. They're slowly revealing their true capabilities, and I'm loving it. There's still no clear winner, though.
Now, the Wii is flourishing in sales and living up to its innovative hype. After a ton of bad press, the PS3 is finally looking up with the announcement of PS3 Home and a first look at Little Big Planet.
Yeah, but what about the 360? I mean, Halo 3 is coming, great, but if it doesn't become the next big game that people think it is, it could be a huge problem.
But it probably will be.
Probably will, don't get me wrong.
It probably will be. I
It
mean,
will,
that's kind of a...
but could happen.
It could happen, but I don't think so. But it doesn't matter what we think. We want to know what you guys think with today's poll
there
question.
it is, okay.
Not the weather, Kevin. The question is the Xbox 360 resting on its laurels? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT, that's 44898, to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts. What exactly are the news alerts? What happens?
We
Do
alert
we
you
pop up?
when
You were
stuff
like, hey,
breaks.
it's Olivia.
I
Watch
don't
out.
know. 'Cause I don't get paid for it, so probably. Coming up, we're going to show you the riveting trailer for the new movie Day Night, Day Night. The film was the winner at of the Youth Award, actually, at the Cannes Film Festival, and it's about a 19-year-old girl preparing to be a suicide bomber in Times Square. So, yeah, real popcorn fare. Stay tuned. It's coming your way later.
It's kind of similar to Grindhouse, right? That's what I hear.
Very much so, yeah.
Now, you guys, a big part of our show is embracing the nerd community. We love the inner geek that is in everyone and celebrate it every single chance we get.
See, nerds are funny.
They
You know,
are funny.
they socialize funny. They obviously dance funny.
Obviously.
They use funny words, too. And right now, we're going to dive into the diction of geeks and try to get a better understanding of the unique language that they speak. It's time for Nerd Words.
Nerd words.
Nerd words.
Nerd words.
Today's word,
Frack.
Frack.
frack, is a euphemism from the series Battlestar Galactica. It is commonly used as an expletive. The first known mainstream usage of this word is in the original Battlestar Galactica television series, where it is used in place of the word.
Let's use it in a sentence.
What the frack? You just ran over my fracking foot with your fracking car, you mother fracker.
Nerd words.
Frackin' A, right?
Nerd words are sweet music to any girl's ears, especially if they're gold digging.
Very much so. Stay with us. A live attack of the show continues, folks. We're just getting started.
Nerds always have money.
Here's what's coming up on today's Attack of the Show. From The Dark Knight to Jonah Hex, Blair Butler's chasing down the latest graphic novels in fresh ink. We'll show you how to get more G4 with your Wii. We check out our website, now available through the Wii's internet channel. And is Microsoft relying too heavily on the success of Halo 3? Or do they have other tricks up their sleeve? The Loop checks the deck. All this and more when the Attack comes back.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
We are live and ripping open the Mylar to give you the latest in comics.
Now, Golden Apple Comics is really an institution, and today we're going inside its hallowed walls to get the scoop on Batman, a bloody western, and more.
Blair Butler, our resident comic expert, recently went on a search for some of the best graphic novels around in this fresh edition of Fresh Ink.
Yes, Captain America is dead for now, but if you're tired of all those Civil War and 1 year later crossovers, today I have 3 graphic novels that won't confuse you with crazy continuity or infinite anything. People are always saying, Blair, when are you going to show DC some love? Well, how about right now? This is Batman Detective by Paul Dini. Dini, of course, being the guy who wrote some of the very best episodes of Batman, the animated series. Here, he's given us 6 standalone Batman stories drawn by some of the most talented artists in the business. Each tale finds the Dark Knight going all Sherlock Holmes to take down villains like the Penguin and Poison Ivy. And the highlight of the book is a horrifying Christmas Eve encounter between Robin and the Joker that will make your skin crawl. So if you want some good old-fashioned bat tales without having to worry about what's going on in the overall DC universe, you can't go wrong with this book. This is the best DC book that no one is talking about. It's volume 2 of the grittiest Western this side of Deadwood. It's Jonah Hex, Guns of Vengeance. Here we get 6 sinister tales of revenge starring scarred bounty hunter Jonah Hex. From a story about an inbred family who could give the Hills Have Eyes mutants a run for their money, to a tale that takes the cute kid in peril cliche and pistol whips it, this is one of my favorite DC books, hands down. It's a gritty, gory, and completely unsentimental look at the Wild West, and well worth picking up. And last but not least, we have Cross Bronx, a supernatural cop thriller that has vengeance on its mind. Cross Bronx starts out rooted in the real world as 2 detectives investigate a massive multiple homicide. But when it turns out the crime was committed with a dead cop's gun, one of the detectives finds himself facing the possibility that the killer isn't human, at least not anymore. It's certainly not a happy book, but I loved the way this comic blended a by-the-book police story with something quite ghostly. So if you like your crime darker than The Dark Knight, Cross Bronx is definitely worth a look. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go buy everything. Ooh, like Disco Aquaman. I'm out of here.
Thank you, Blair. And seriously, a very special thanks to Golden Apple Comics for letting us into their world. We love it. But are you ready? Are you ready to attack? I thought so.
You better believe it, Pereira. Now, there's only 5 more days to do your taxes, and today we're going to show you the sites to use when you're digging up your receipts. It's time to attack this. First up, take a look at the consumerist take on taxes. As always, the site is looking out for your best financial interest, and they've got plenty of tips and tricks for you to follow before you file with the IRS. Most important of all, there's advice on how to avoid an audit. They also warn you to think twice before going to a big-name company to have your taxes done. That means you, H&R Block. Next, go to the official website for the IRS at irs.gov. If you have any questions about how to file, your taxes have to be in the mail by April 17th this year. That's 2 days longer than usual, so they've already given you 1 extension. The IRS has a page for frequently asked questions, so you can finally find out whether breast implants really are deductible expense for strippers, because new boobs are considered a business expense, right? I mean, they're new and people like to touch them. That's what they're used for. Okay, next, when you're ready to file, go to taxactonline.com. Even the IRS hates paperwork, so they are encouraging you to go paperless and e-file this year with the Free File program. You're eligible to e-file if your adjusted gross income is less than $52,000 and you're between 20 and 57 years old. And they'll even let you e-file an extension for free. Even though your federal taxes are on the house, they charge you about $10 to file your state taxes. That's why you have to read the fine print, even online. And after you're done, head to the blog Don't Mess with Taxes. They've got all the stats for how this tax year is shaping up, including news about the one good thing about tax time, refunds. There's a handy chart that will tell you how long it'll take for your refund to come in. They say that the average refund is about $2,400 this year, so maybe you can afford to upgrade to that Xbox Elite after all, right? That is today's Attack This. Visit g4tv.com/AOTS for links to all these sites. Now, you guys stay with us. There are more variable analog attitudes ahead when Attack of the Show continues.
Does Microsoft have anything left in store to keep Nintendo and Sony at bay? The Loop takes stock. And sit back, relax, and enjoy the news. It's The Feed.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Earlier, we asked you, is the Xbox 360 resting on its laurels? Well, according to our trash-talking scientists at the G4 Laboratories, 53% of you believe that the Xbox is indeed slacking off and in danger of losing its lead. Let's go over to Kevin, who's ready to throw gasoline on the fire.
Wow, 53%? No accelerant needed. It's 2007, folks, and the dust has settled. All of these so-called next-gen consoles are out. All three have had their ups and their downs, though one brand is easily the one to beat. Microsoft's Xbox 360 was the first next-gen console to enter the war. Since its debut in November of 2005, it has outsold all next-gen hardware with over 10 million consoles. Microsoft seems to be doing everything right with their game library, which is full of killer apps from Gears of War to the highly anticipated Halo 3. But with Xbox Live getting more reliant on microtransactions, some gamers are saying it's less of a pay service than a pay-as-you-go service. And with Sony's PS3 Home on the horizon and the Nintendo Wii burning up the sales charts, Microsoft may have to reconsider its strategy, and soon. Is the Xbox 360 resting on its early lead, or is the sleeping giant waiting to be awakened? You're connected, and it's The Loop. All right, put on your fanboy suits, kids. Here we go. My guest tonight from San Francisco, Joystick.com's Jared Ray is here, and the co-host of X-Play, Adam Sessler. Guys, thank you for joining me in The Loop today. Let's get it going. Microsoft, look, they appear to have a great game face on right now. Got to admit it, a solid online service, decent library of games, the upcoming Halo 3. Jared, tell me, does Redmond have anything to fear at this point?
You mean besides their two left feet that they got going on? Not really. I mean, they had admittedly, they had a shaky first year, but this year, they got a solid lineup, and it's all about Halo 3. It's the single most powerful intellectual property in our business right now. I mean, they're in a little trouble, yes, but I don't think there's really anything to be afraid of.
Yeah, I would have to definitely agree with that. I think we're in the 1 month where I'm seeing them at their weakest, because January there was Lost Planet, which was exclusive, and then February there was Crackdown. Both performed so well. We really don't have anything in March, so you're not really stimulating much Microsoft attention except for very small things, and I think they kind of fumbled with the Elite announcement, which just confused people more than excited them.
Yeah, Jared, do you think the Elite here is one of those left feet that Microsoft is trying not to trip over?
Yeah, the Elite would definitely be one of them. The hard drive, how much is it again there, Adam? Like what, 160? 120. Yeah, that's a bit obscene. Especially
it's enough room for all your horse armor and HD movies, right?
Oh yeah. If you want to buy like a bunch of copies of Horse Armor, yeah, go right ahead. An Andy McNallis show. Good job.
I think the other thing is that they haven't really explained to the average consumer what the Elite really is, and I think a lot of people who are planning to buy the regular system decided to hold back because they heard about the Elite, and now that it's out, they don't know if they want to buy that one or the other,
Sure.
And they're just keeping people from just buying the system, which is what they should be wanting people to
Right,
do.
and it's hard to sell things when they don't have it, like the latest HDMI standard or built-in Wi-Fi or HD DVD, and I'll digress. Let's talk about microtransactions for a minute, because we pay $50 for Xbox Live, but We're also paying full price for new maps and Guitar Hero songs. I mean, Adam, eventually, is Microsoft going to have to let people at least play their games for free, a la the PlayStation Network?
I think what they need to do is they need to create some standards with the other providers of content that's being sold on the Xbox Live Marketplace. The Horse Armor was an excellent example. Yeah, I think that the amount of songs you get for Guitar Hero 2, at that price is a little bit ridiculous. At the same time, I think there seems to be a little bit more whining than is actually, it is a marketplace. These people are clearly buying the stuff at those rates. If you want to bring down the prices, people need to stop purchasing it.
Jared, do you think gamers are whining all the way to their PayPal accounts and their, their MasterCards as they're purchasing everything that Microsoft's throwing at them?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, when aren't we whining? But yeah, I mean, what Microsoft is doing, they really do need to come up with a set of rules of like how much content can be provided for this many Microsoft points. Because ultimately, right now, it is up to third parties to come up with the their prices. But really, Microsoft has to draw the line somewhere because it is getting really ridiculous.
Yeah, and that pricing scheme sounds a little bit more like Coney Island than Disneyland, right, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, look, the EA fiasco with The Godfather was just appalling.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the problem is it really cast a pallor over the whole thing. Like, hold on, this looks like such a great service, and now we're just seeing these manipulations and really EA made people think that they couldn't even play the game successfully if they didn't pay this money in advance to get the cash ahead of time. It's really, Microsoft needs to say this, enough is enough. They do it with everything else with the games of that system. I don't know why they can't do it with that.
All right, let's move on to something outside of Microsoft's control. I'm talking about the PlayStation 3. Jared, how close is the PS3 to banging on the 360's door? I mean, are they one killer app away, or do they have a while before they're even really a threat?
I think they do have a while to go. When you look into the future of Sony's lineup and their software, Home is coming up soon, and Little Big Planet might hit by this year. But really, there's a big dearth of software in what they need to be hitting, especially when all their bigger exclusives are really going to the 360.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the biggest problems that they have is that some of the best reasons to buy a PS2, which is Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, is going to be spread among both consoles. In addition, I'm actually a little more hopeful for them now because it looks like they have more good titles coming out this year, but I don't think any one of those titles has the strength outside of the hardcore gaming community to really drive people to want to buy a PS3. They have nothing of the strength of a Halo 3 out there. They have stuff like Lair, which looks good, but I don't know if that's a system seller.
Sure, and that's looking at this holiday season, but let's get to the final word. Jared, this time next year, is Microsoft still in the lead in this little three-horse race that we have, or is it going to be much closer?
I think they will absolutely still be in the lead. I mean, the Wii might be catching up, but the PS3 will definitely not be making near as much room as they would hope to be. Because for the next, 6 months we have going on here, they're going to be hitting one big title per month. And by the time they get to Halo 3, it's going to be ridiculous.
All right, Adam, 2008, quickly, is it Microsoft still in the lead by a long stretch?
Yeah, Microsoft's in the lead. Nintendo might be close, but they're not a threat. Yeah, Halo 3, once the marketing starts, I think Sony's going to have a lot of work ahead of them.
All right, I want to thank my guests, Jared and Adam. I appreciate you guys keeping us in the loop. Now listen, last week I got charged another $50 for my Xbox Live Gold membership, and it got me thinking, why am I paying when I'm still hosting my own matches? I mean, where are the dedicated servers? And when can we get a web browser on this thing? Don't you guys own Internet Explorer? And how about a discount on some extra maps or arcade games? This service should offer something more premium than not having to wait for an Armored Core 4 demo. I love my 360, don't get me wrong, and I love my Live, but I also love getting what I'm paying for.
Okay, Kevin, now the show is locked, loaded, and on an achievement-grabbing rampage. Stay with us. We're going to frag you with more information right after the break.
Ride 'em Cowboy. What happens next? Will he catapult off the horse, hang on tight and ride the horse like a stripper, or get bucked off? Saddle up for the results after the break. Can this cowboy handle this studly stallion? What happens next? Will he catapult off the horse, hang on tight and ride the horse like a stripper, or get bucked off? Getting bucked off a horse. $5 for Band-Aids. Getting hit in the nuts? Priceless.
Hey, Attack of the Show, Sky from California. I loved Conan, I loved Gladiator. Anything with swords, I totally dig. So that's why I'm going to go see 300 and definitely Pathfinder as well. I wish Hollywood would make more Conan movies. What do you guys think?
I think I can't believe you haven't seen 300 already.
Thank you. If you like swords, go for it.
Well, why wouldn't you already see 300?
But my concern with the Conan thing is that, like, you know, look at what Sylvester's doing with Rambo. I don't need to see Arnold up there, man.
No, but maybe Arnold is smart enough to get somebody that's actually young enough to do it.
Well, yeah, if they bring up a new Conan, not get
yeah.
a body double like Sylvester's doing.
I think right now, those are awesome movies, and they should go back and remake the bad ones. Don't remake the good ones.
Good call.
That's my opinion.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're live and hacking and slashing our way through the latest news.
Coming up later, we'll have the trailer for Day Night, Day Night. It's an award-winning thriller about a girl who is recruited by terrorists to blow up Times Square. It is tense, scary, and totally messed up.
But right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. So here's Zach Selwyn with The Feed.
Thanks, guys. I'm Zach Selwyn, and it's time to start The Feed. If you want to embed some media into your MySpace page, you now have one less option. The #1 social networking service has blocked parts of PhotoBucket over claims that users were uploading ad-supported content. All slideshows and videos have been removed after some users were accused of distributing ads for Spider-Man 3. All content has been blocked regardless of whether or not they actually did anything wrong. Still, pictures are still available, though it's unclear how long those will last. After much criticism and a couple delays, the new Wii browser is available. All you need to do is boot up your Wii, do a system upgrade, and then head on over to the store for the download, which is free. However, this June, the browser will be set at a price of $5. The new features for the software include an auto-hide toolbar, a search function, faster load times, increased compatibility, and a whole lot more. And once you get on, you can check out G4's new website designed just for the Wii browser. Head on over to g4tv.com/Wii for news, videos, and a whole lot more. Bashing Lost has become a national pastime, though things could be looking up for the Castaways. The ABC series has taken a dive in the ratings compared to the last 2 seasons, though new figures are showing that a lot of viewers are just waiting a couple of days to catch up. Nielsen numbers now keep track of how many people watch the show on DVRs later in the week, and it's been revealed that the audience grows by 25%, the most of any network show. But this don't mean anything to advertisers who know those people are just skipping the commercials. Now, Sony was late in the game when it came to LCD TVs, but now they've got a brand new line they're developing themselves. By the end of the year, Sony plans on releasing an OEL TV. The screens use the luminescent properties of some organic materials to eliminate the use of backlight, save some room, and conserve power. The 11-inch model will only be 0.12 inches thick, and no price is set as of this time. Expect bigger and better models to be in showrooms by 2009. Lollapalooza is back once again, and the lineup has just been announced. The 3-day festival in Chicago will feature the likes of Daft Punk, Modest Mouse, LCD Sound System, Iggy and the Stooges, Interpol, and dozens upon dozens of others between all 3 stages. Tickets will set you back $165. So get them early before the prices get jacked through the roof. And finally, despite the wishes of some angry city officials, it looks like the Moonanites are coming back to Boston. Last January, the city came to a standstill when they thought they were under attack. It turns out the bombs were just light brights promoting the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. Mayor Thomas Menino asked local theaters to not screen the film upon its release. Despite those wishes, the film will open in 2 theaters this Friday. Someplace, somewhere, I sense a bird being flipped. That's it for today, but don't worry. The feed does not stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Zach Selwyn, and you've just been fed. Let's go back to Kevin and Olivia.
Thank you, Zach. Now, just a quick reminder, our final edition of Transformers Trivia is going to be this Friday. Sad to see it come to a close, actually. This is actually your last chance to beat our resident expert and possibly win yourself some robots in disguise.
Anyone who gets their question on the air will receive the Ultimate Battle Pack, which features Optimus Prime and Megatron. And if you stump our expert, you'll be entered into a drawing for a 20th anniversary Optimus Prime and a Comic-Con exclusive Nemesis Prime. For more info, go to g4tv.com/Transformers Trivia.
Remember, kids, sometimes your secret shame can bring you some short-lived cable TV fame.
That's right.
I
Now,
know.
you guys, don't go anywhere. We have lots more ahead. We are TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
We fight Carl Urban for an interview about his new film, Pathfinder.
Welcome back to Attack the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and currently making our own gravy. We don't even use flour.
Watch out for the robbers. We're excited to bring you the debut of the G4 Wii channel.
Yes.
I really wanted this thing to happen, and I'm so glad it actually did. It's a Wii optimized portal, so there's no zoom in or scrolling or error messages, unlike other sites. It's going to look great on the Wii browser, and it gives you access to all the G4 content you could ever want.
It is live as we speak. You can visit just by opening your Wii internet channel and going to g4tv.com/Wii. Now, we're going to show off what's there right now.
Yeah, so first of all, remember, safety first, kids. Always
strap it on.
Strap it. Here it is, the main page. Sorry. You'll see right away, there's the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. Look at that animation. Huh?
Wow.
Look at that. So there it is. There's a feed at the bottom of your screen, and that's a real-time ticker.
Can you come to us live?
Huh? No, you can't watch live TV, but you can see what is on G4 TV right now up in the corner, and it will tell you what's up next. But here we are. I haven't actually updated it in a while.
What about photos? What's in photos?
We were ready to, we were going to update the browser, and then we just didn't have time. So here it is. There's the feed. That's real-time. That's letting you know what the latest stories are. We can go to videos right here.
So feed is real time. That's nice.
Yeah, feed's real time, and all the videos are updated the moment they are on the site as well. So you can see G4 Today, Attack of the Show.
Yeah, there's the video. That's the videos tab, and that's where you can find all your favorite clips from G4. Now let's watch one of the Geek Fantasy videos. Can we do that?
Oh yeah, what section are those in? I don't really know, to be honest. I've been playing around. I've been going under that.
That was a girl from Disturbia.
David Jaffe. See, David Jaffe for me is kind of a Geek Fantasy, so I'm just going to load that one for right now, if that's all right. And as you see, loads up. And what I'm really proud of is that, you know, there's like SofaTube and WiiTube and all these other apps that try to get, you know, streaming video from flash sites onto your Wii. They chug, they crash. This player is solid. And it's
really
because I said that, it's probably
right?
going to crash. But yeah, it loads.
It's supposed to be quick loading time.
Well, yeah, no, it's pretty quick as well. We've had this thing running on this Wii all day, and it hasn't crashed yet. So, I actually just clicked out of it. Did we want to watch some of it?
I thought we were going to see how it works.
Oh, we
but
can load. Well, we're seeing how you get it, right?
Well, let's go to photo sections. We've got all of our pictures from all of our favorite G4 shows, so let's go check that out.
Yeah, so we're loading photos.
Okay.
Let's see here. So you can go into photos, and it's going to give you different categories, right? There's like
Okay.
the E3 photo album, there's Attack of the Show, there's all sorts of stuff. The site's probably getting hammered right now, so let's see here.
Okay.
This is one of those. Can we just get a blue screen of death? Can we just pull one of those up? Anybody? No.
No.
So normally photos loads just fine
tell people what
right
would
in this
happen.
general region. There they are. Look at that. And so you can go through different categories, and you can select what you want. Like that's Attack of the Show when we were on did our little Entourage spoof on Vegas. Scroll through all your photos as well. And it's just there, all the categories, and then it's all sortable. It all works just fine with the Wiimote. And then finally, there's a feed portion, which you're seeing right now. Again, real time. You just kind of mouse over the...
It's on your Wii. It's all the news you need to know. It's right there on your Wii.
You just roll over, and there's the story.
Yeah, just click on the feed tab. Here you'll find all the feed headlines of the day. Just, you know, like Kevin said, drag your pointer over each headline to get more info. It's
And
pretty easy.
breadcrumb navigation. So if
Now,
you're...
is there a chance of this, of like, you know, in our forums, sometimes they crash because so many people are on it?
Yeah.
Is there a chance with the Wii?
It could just get slow, like I think it is right now, because people are pulling it up. They're probably pulling it up on their regular browsers. Use it on your Wii, cheaters.
Well, if you use it on your Wii, will
I
it be
just
quicker?
totally exited out now.
If you use it on your Wii, will it be quicker?
It'll be prettier because it's designed for it.
But it will will it be quicker, or can it still crash?
Well, I mean, it can be slow, but it's not. It shouldn't crash. It shouldn't
Okay.
crash your Wii. It shouldn't crash the site.
No.
So there you go, folks.
Well, this channel is active right now, people, and it's constantly being updated. So make sure you check it out at g4tv.com/Wii.
Use it. We're very
Yes,
proud of it.
that's right.
And when you're done browsing our new Wii site, remember to tune into G4 this Friday. We've got an all-new free stuff coming up, hosted by Morgan Webb.
She'll be giving away the hottest gadgets like an HD TV, a Nintendo Wii, and a DVD player and more. I can't believe it, an HD TV. Oh, I wish I had one.
No.
Now be sure to tune in at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific and check out g4tv.com/free stuff for more info.
All right, we're going to be back, so stick around. There's still more TV to be had.
we got actor Carl Urban live in studio to give us the skinny on how he sharpened his sword skills for the upcoming film, Pathfinder.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and about to go Viking on your ass. Now, with a tagline like 2 worlds, 1 war, the ultimate battle begins, Pathfinder is an epic Viking movie that takes place on the high seas that looks like it's going to have some good old-fashioned violence. Right now, let's go over to Kevin, who's with the star of the movie.
All right, you know him best as Éomer from Lord of the Rings and from his multiple roles on Xena Warrior Princess. This spring, he's back in battle mode, mind you, in Pathfinder. It's the high seas epic that answers our plea for more Viking movies. It's about damn time. Carl Urban, everybody. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
It's good to be here. All right, cut it out.
Let him go, because I like to pretend that it has something to do with me as well. And I don't normally get it.
Keep
so please.
going for him.
Thank you. Okay, good. I'm glad. Yeah, no, thank you for that. That was fantastic there. I mentioned a couple there. We got Xena, Chronicles of Riddick, Lord of the Rings, Bourne Supremacy, Doom. Are you trying to corner like the coveted geek market with these films? Like,
I'm doing my best. How am I doing? All right.
It's fantastic. You've nailed every single. I think if you do like a lightsaber wielding virgin, you complete the trifecta.
If only I could get offered that job. Right?
I mean, are you getting offered these gigs, or are you seeking these types of roles out?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm getting offered a lot of stuff, but I'm basically do the kind of films that I would want to go and see. Mm-hmm. So, hence, I guess, my filmography contains a lot of that kind of material.
So now, I thought the debate was always pirates versus ninjas, and now I'm being told, thanks to Pathfinder, it's Indians versus Vikings?
That's right, that's it. I mean, if New Line was going to put this film out, it would be called Vikings versus Indians, I think.
Very snakes on a plane.
Yeah, you got snakes on a plane. It's that simple.
The story is a little bit more involved than, okay, a group of Indians fighting.
Yeah, I mean, the story is basically about this Viking boy who gets shipwrecked on the northeast coast of America, adopted by Native American Indians. And then 15 years later, a bunch of Vikings return and create absolute havoc and mayhem. And this young man has to help the Indians defend themselves against the Vikings, who have, a much superior technology. They've got swords and steel, So it was a really interesting, fun part to play.
And now, did you, they always say you have to research the role. Did you pillage anything?
Do any raping and pillaging of my own?
In the off season to help you prepare?
Sure. Yeah, sure. No. How I prepared for this role was basically try and read as much as I could about, the Viking culture and the Indian culture, and then I spent a lot of time in the gym and learning how to use a sword and ride a horse and all that sort of stuff, which I'd done a little bit of in Lord of the Rings, but this was kind of taking it up a notch for me.
Would you say you're now proficient in the deadly arts of horseback riding and sword wielding?
Sword wielding? You got a sword? You want to go?
Do we have?
Do we?
We don't have a prop budget actually on the show.
All right,
okay. So we have a Nerf bat.
You got a Nerf bat.
That's about as classy as we get around here. All right. So next time you come on, we'll have a sword.
Right. Yeah. Bring your props. Get your props. I'll show you some moves.
Well, I have to train.
There you go.
Because I use a stunt double every day. I don't want to ruin the money maker.
Okay.
Carl, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
That's the pleasure.
Take care.
All right. Everybody, Pathfinder. It opens in theaters April 27th. You must see it.
That is a very good-looking Viking. Very good. You guys, still coming up, we have the trailer for the terrorist thriller Day Night, Day Night. You'll see how a 19-year-old girl is turned into a suicide bomber. That is next on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, this is what you're missing. For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
We are live and still rocking the free world.
Woo! Coming up tomorrow, it's our Loop Week in Review. We're going to go in-depth about Grindhouse flopping, the death of the 20-gig PlayStation 3, and how 24 is, well, pretty boring now.
Really? You think? All right, we'll preview a new Wi-Fi MP3 player that might give the iPod a run for its money. Plus, next week we'll have some very special guest stars. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and director Edgar Wright will be live in our studio to talk about Hot Fuzz.
And finally, we have the trailer for Day Night, Day Night. It was the winner of the Youth Award at the Cannes Film Festival. And this film is, well, needless to say, it's getting a ton of buzz.
Yeah, this movie is about a 19-year-old girl who's preparing to become a suicide bomber in Times Square. Here's a look at the thriller, which hits theaters May 11th.
Hello?
Please get ready. We're going to be there in 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I will wait for the red light to turn green.
Good, again.
I will wait for the red light to turn green.
One more time.
I will wait for the red light to turn green.
Okay, next.
April 10th, 1987.
City and state.
Longfield, Colorado.
Spell your last name.
CRUC.
Date of birth.
If I think that I have been noticed or there's a small chance that I may be caught, I must execute the plan immediately, even if there is no one nearby.
Again.
If I think that I've been noticed or there's a small chance that I may be caught, I must execute the plan immediately, even if there is no one nearby.
Good, one more time. Step.
I just want to show you something.
Step. 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 If you have any questions, now's the time to ask.
That looks really intense.
To say the least, actually. Looks
It's
amazing.
It's kind of like Maria Full of Grace,
but looks...
but with terrorists.
Wow. All right. Well, after the trailer, how about we lift the spirits a little bit, right?
How about, you know, there's no better person to do that than the karate dancer.
Nice.
Only one brave enough to dance.
Yeah.
That is hot, my friends.
If you think the energy is waning, go for the karate roll. If you
Now
think
for
the
all the
energy
things
is
you
waning,
guys saw today
go for the karate
and
roll.
more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
X-Play is coming up
Do you
next,
have a
my
move?
friend.
What's your move when you go
Huh?
dancing?
It's
Do you have a
Yahtzee.
move? Let me just see.
You know Yahtzee. Show the kids Yahtzee. Go ahead. Break it out.
Yahtzee.
No, it's a whole. There you go.
This is Kevin at the club.
You got to roll the dice, leg kick. Kick it back like a bowler.